It's a quick live. We're not scheduled, so I'm going to wait for a few people to come in. I'm going to start in a little while. If anybody wants to come back, they can come back later. I've just got a few things I want to get off my chest at the moment. Right, so I'm going to start anyway. This is just just a quick live just about what's been going on. And Rap having his face shown, and he's crying like a little baby now, which we knew he was going to do. I'm Nicolina at the minute. I'm working on a video just dedicated to her. I've had so many emails come through to me with proof that she's collected money for people and not give her, the money's not been given to the people, or she's been given proof and she doesn't believe the proof that she's been given, even though it's official. She tried to discredit E Squared. I don't know if you all know who E Squared is. She was she spent a couple of days with Ernie there. Poor woman's got stage 4 cancer and lost her husband to cancer. And Nicolina called her a liar. So I kind of had a problem with that. She is a bitch. She is an absolute bitch. And the more you look into the circle, you know, the more you can see the scams and the lies. Rap is upset because his face has been shown. Now we can go and we can Google reverse his images and stuff like that and find out exactly who he is. You see, the problem is if nobody knew who he was, there was no paper trail going back to him. You know, all the super chats and his monetization money and his PayPal, whatever. If nobody knows who he is, he's got, he just gets away with it. But now he's upset. Hey, Leslie. Now he's upset because we know what he looks like. And if I tell you what makes me laugh, actually, I was sitting there yesterday and I was thinking to myself, right, like computer hacker. What would a computer hacker look like? What would they actually look like? And I saw Rap's picture and I thought straight away, oh my God. Oh my God, that's what it is. That's what it is. Um, he's yeah, and he is really upset. He's fuming that his pictures out there. Nicolina as well. It's damage control in a minute. It's damage control. That's what they're trying. Damage limitation, because I've got they don't actually mind me saying the names, but we've got Honest Radio here and we've got Ocean Love right here. We've also got E Squared as well, and they're all of them genuinely needed help. And like I said, E Squared, she's got stage 4 cancer and she's lost her husband to cancer. And Nicolina went out and called her a barefaced liar, even though the proof's there, and discredited this girl. That's exactly, yeah. This is what it is. But he hates it now, Misty. He hates it. Now the problem is because we know what he looks like, it's far easier to find out who he is. You know, up until now, he's been allowed to get away with everything because, you know, he phones the cops on people, he doxes people. You know, he's done all this because there was never going to be any consequences because nobody knew who he was. Someone came into my and was saying about Nicolina being his mother. She's not his mother. I know, you know, that's right. He can't hide anymore. He cannot hide anymore. Nicolina is not his mother. I think some people have actually believe in that's not the case at all. That's just his YouTube mummy, as she calls herself. But the both of them are disgusting. I was told as well this morning that Benny Keys is even taking a step back from rap. He's not happy. You know, maybe it's because rap was never supposed to show who he was, and now he has. Benny's pissed off. You know, it's just one big circle. They're probably all in it together. You know, the professional scammers. They are professional scammers. You know, rap has got no content. He never has had any content at all. All he does is stream other people, and you know, and he's. But I think the thing was is because none of his audience knew what he looked like. It was all kind of mysterious, so they kept watching and watching and watching, and now he looks like an ugly, greasy little nerd. Let's see how many of the women switch off because that's exactly what I thought yesterday was. Oh my fucking god, who is gonna really want to listen to this guy after this? But he's butthurt at the moment, definitely butthurt at the moment, and it's great. It's great. He's getting a piece of his own medicine, and he does not like it. He does not like it. Um, I've had to make this video today because I'm absolutely raging again. I left a comment over there earlier on, and that bitch, she was the one that commented. But I am absolutely sick to death of her. I am sick. I cannot hear, you know, just cannot listen to her voice anymore. It's just that whiny voice of hers just makes me want to just, oh God, I don't even want to say it because she'll be saying I'm threatening her and I'm not threatening her. I live in Ireland, for fuck's sake. But it's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. Every single every one of them is, you know, is being discredited. Every one of them. Benny, nobody in the world, you know, could say that guy's a good guy. Nobody, not one, right? We've discredited Crafting. She is the biggest bullshitter scammer going. We also found out that Rap and Benny knew for months that she was scamming all her subs, not just her subs, their subs as well, and they allowed it to happen. So as far as I'm concerned, they're just as bad. Rat was there yesterday trying to argue about that because he didn't like that. He got triggered when I said that. Yeah, like nails on a chalkboard. That's exactly what she's like. I cannot listen to her. Actually, what I might do, the thing is, I have to listen to her. I have to listen to her. So I wonder if there's some way of getting like some sort of voice change or something because she's so fucking whiny. Oh, I've got so much to say, and it's just all wants to come out at the same time. Um, uh, these people, they are despicable. That's why they never donate to her. They're despicable. They really, really are. I would never donate to any of them. I kind of started in the very beginning, when Summer Wells went missing, because that's why we all came to YouTube, I think, because we all wanted to know what was going on with this little girl, you know, and it wasn't just a thing in America, it was worldwide, you know, it really touched everybody, was touched by what had happened. So we all came to YouTube, especially people in different countries. You know, we came here to kind of, you know, get answers and find out what's going on, you know. And because of Facebook and Donald Wells's Facebook page, people started getting access to the YouTuber that was covering the cases. And as I've said on previous videos, Benny Keys was the first one He was being spammed all over Donald Wells's wall. So I started watching him, and at first I thought to myself, you know what? Because I've got to admit, at first, I didn't think that the parents had anything to do with it. I just thought there was, and I thought it was quite plausible that she was kidnapped. I really did. So I felt a bit sorry for them, and I thought, you can't just accuse somebody of murdering their own child when, just because they live in the poor people, basically. That's what I thought. But Benny Keys came along, and he was trying to advocate for him, and I thought to myself, okay, so innocent until proven guilty, give them a chance. Let's give them a chance, and I did give them a chance, and I give Benny a chance. I really did. But when you started taking a step back and you started to realise that the more this went on, the less Summer's name was being brought out. And now we don't hear Summer's name in these people's videos anymore. We don't hear it. They're losing, the thing that we're all losing the thing that we came here for. And it's gone into something completely different, and it's outing scammers, and it's outing these YouTubers. And while this is going on, it's taking the focus off this little girl. But I think that that's what it's made to do. That's why the Sandman pays these crisis actors. He paid Benny Keys. Benny Keys pays these crisis actors like Rap. Rap was never supposed to show his face, but he did. He's not as fucking clever as what he thinks he is. He's just not. I'm just absolutely disgusted by the way a lot of these creators just popped up and they've made tens and thousands of pounds off this little girl's name. It makes me sick to my stomach. And then, hello, Selena. And then that's not enough for them. It's not enough for them that they've used this little girl's name to make tens of thousands of pounds and raise tens of thousands of pounds. That's not enough. So when other people come forward and say, I need help, I've got cancer, I need to pay for my meds, stuff like this, and we help them, you've got arseholes there trying to discredit them, and everything just gets jumbled up, and Summer's name is gone. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, and that really makes me sad. It really does. But like I say, you've got Rap, and he's, like I said, butthurt at the moment because his face has been shown, which means that everybody's going to find out who he is. Oh, thank you, Scorpio. I've got a bit of a crazy accent, actually. I live in Ireland, and I was in Birmingham in England for most of my life, so I've got a crazy accent. Yeah, getting back onto it anyway, getting back onto the scams and the lies. We already found out that crafting through the lies, it's been tens of thousands of pounds that she's robbed, that she stole. Yeah, she stole tens of thousands of pounds, but not being I'm not being judgmental, but Diaz, Jay Diaz, and that situation to me didn't prompt a good enough reason to be raising charitable funds in the first place. The girl wanted to move from New York to Texas and wanted £5,000. And then we've got a woman that's got stage 4 cancer, whose husband has just died of cancer, that you're going to try and discredit. How does that work? How the fuck does that work? It's not right. It's just not right. The more you look into these people, the more deviant and, pathetic they are. Don't just look on YouTube for these people. If you get the right information and the right name, do your research on these people. This isn't their first rodeo, and yet they all work together. Benny, Tamore, Nicolina, Rap. Rap had said that he knew from the beginning, or yeah, I knew from the beginning. That's why I never donated. You know, and then says that him and Benny's been talking about it for 2 months, if not longer. It's just bullshit. It's bullshit, and it's wrong. Like I says, we've got somebody out here with cancer. Other people that can't afford meds, and you're trying to raise tens of thousands of pounds to move a woman from New York to Texas. There's nothing wrong with the woman. She's got a husband. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But people do what people do, and who am I to judge what people do? If you want to give your money to these people, then there's nothing I can say to you, but if as a creator somebody asked me for help, then, and I have the proof that this person is legitimate, then the money will never come to me first. That's not how it's supposed to work. The money goes straight to the person that needs the help. Okay? And, just being on somebody's channel and just keep throwing cash apps up, you're just encouraging the behaviour, such as Benny and Rap. You're just encouraging that kind of behaviour. If you really care about children and, you really care about things, find charities to donate to. Don't donate to these people, because all they are doing, all they, I just get so frustrated about it. All they're doing is going out and, the smoking piles and piles of weed on the television, buying thousands of pounds worth of drones and toys, and, your money's not, that's what your money's going to. Fucking the stick it up the nose, Sniffalina, for one, Jesus Christ. And the cash apps and all that is theirs. That's not what they're raising for charity. That's just what people are giving for their channel. And that's fair enough if that's what they want to do. But Jesus Christ, don't discredit somebody who's got stage 4 cancer and can prove it, And another friend on here, Ocean Lover, who I've been speaking to a lot, Nicolina raised money, quite a lot of money for her as well, and then told her she couldn't have it. It's disgusting and despicable behaviour. It really is. We've got Honest Rage as well, another one that they've done it to. It's not just one person. It's it's person after person after person, and the people that they are helping are just the people that are in their circle. They're not helping people outside of their circle. It's only people that are in their circle that they actually fund for. And that makes me even more suspicious. That maybe it's just one big scamming ring. We don't know. We don't know. Hello, Dragonfly. I'm just having a good old rant. I was going to come on yesterday as well, actually. With the thing with crafting and what she did, it just really sickened me. And then the more I looked into it, actually, I'm thinking to myself, well, these things that she was supposedly raising the money for, maybe it shouldn't have been raised in the first place. I mean, I don't really think that a woman that has a husband should be crowdfunded to move from New York to Texas. I don't think people should have to pay for that. I think it's ridiculous. Like I says, when we've got people out here that need medication, to save their lives, and, you know, genuine people that really do genuinely need help, you know. And those people that do need the help, they're trying to discredit, and they're fucking over. They've raised thousands of pounds for them. What happens to that money? They don't refund people. They don't have to refund people. You cash apping away, cash apping away. They don't give a shit. It's just one big scamming circle. I really, really believe that, you know. And it winds me up because this is not what my channel was supposed to be about, you know. Yeah, outing bullies. Yeah, I cannot stand people that bully people, you know. And they can come after me as much as they want, and you know, you can go back into my other videos, and I've got no reason to, you know, to lie about anything, you know. My children's, yeah, my daughter's father is in jail for murder. You know, he tried to kill me and then went out and stabbed somebody else. These are the kind of things that they'll find on Google, you know. Um, my oldest, my middle son, sorry, his daddy killed himself a few weeks ago. And you know, it's just things like this, you know, that they could probably pull up on me, and I don't give a shit. You know, they will never. You know, I've grew up through the care system. I was abused as a child. I've got severe PTSD. Not one of them would ever affect me in any way. They keep thinking they're triggering me. They cannot trigger me. They cannot. They are not that powerful. They will never trigger me. I get pissed off. Yes, I get pissed off because people carry on blindly following these people, you know, and it doesn't matter what you say or what comes out about them, they'll carry on following them. And it's, you know, there's only so much you can say before you say, well, you know, okay, it's your own fault. It's your own fault. If you donate, it's your own fault. You know what these people are like. There's enough information out there about them. You know, you Google their names, it comes up scammers, especially Benny Keys. Jesus Christ Almighty. How anybody would want to donate to that man if you look back into his past. Oh, I mean, he's one of the worst kind of people. He was an IV drug user, and along with that, he's just the worst kind of person. The way he talks about children, you know, no, that is wrong. Does he have kids? You don't say things like that. It's disgusting. You don't stand there with a bottle and try and ram a lighter down it and demonstrate. You don't do that. You know, you can't do that. That's disgusting. But people are still watching this man. He lies. He defends scammers. We all know this. We all know it. You know, and people still go over there and people still support the man. Now, he hasn't got the content anymore because he hasn't got Candace or Donald to be having on live stream. So he's not got that kind of content anymore. So what Benny does now is he spends his time going after people like Jodie Sue Brown. But I've got to admit, you know, he's made his match with her because she don't give a shit. You know, she don't give a shit. If you ever want to email anything over to me, I will drop my email address again in the chat at the end of the video. And I do listen and I do read everything that's sent to me, and I try and come out with what I believe are facts or things that I personally hear from the horse's mouth, because then that way they cannot come back and say, oh, you're full of shit, because I have heard it and I have got it recorded. You know, I don't do that. You know, unfortunately for me, I have to listen to that bitch's voice because I have to screen record things she says. Otherwise, I don't have the proof. It's the same with rap, the same with Benny. It's tedious and it's exhausting. But if it means outing these people, then that's what we're going to do. You know, that is exactly what we're going to do. You know, they need to be outed. They shouldn't be around missing children's cases, full stop. I was an abused child. I advocate for abused children. You know, these people should not be around missing kids' cases. I am Mrs. T. They should not be around missing kids' cases. I am absolutely affronted um, by the fact that people support him and support it. You know, I heard him again the other day, and he was talking about his own daughter, calling his own daughter. You know, somebody says about his daughter, and he says she ain't my daughter, she's the devil's daughter. Well, Benny, you are the devil. I think he forgets that. Yeah, you did. You come alive. I think he forgets. You know, we don't forget over here. We remember everything because we record everything. Unfortunately, again, like I say, having to screen record these people because they'll delete things and deny that they say them, or, you know, deny that they do them. People have to, unfortunately, record everything they do. And I'm one of those kind of people. So I'm backed up with evidence. But like I say, do your research on these people before you go donating to their channels, because you're just supporting their ego. That's all you're doing, and supporting their circle of scammers. You know, I mean, rap makes hundreds and hundreds of dollars a live from streaming only. So does Benny makes hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars a live from, just trolling people. Basically, that's what he does. He trolls people. You know, and all you're doing is making their ego bigger. That's all that's happening. Um, yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Because people like me spending the time now because we're just sick of listening to the bullshit. You know, we are absolutely sick of listening to the bullshit. So there's more and more of us now that are coming out with our, you know, and we are recording it. We're listening to it, because by the time the live's finished, they've deleted it. So you've got to catch them. You know, you have to catch them in the act. That's the only way you can prove it. So, and that's what I do. And then when I hear it out of their own mouths, they cannot deny it. And I will come out and say it. That's the way it should be. You know, that's the way it should be. But we have people in our community here now that was in their community that they were supposed to have been helping, that they scammed. We've got quite a few of them. I've had a lot of them email me. You know, like I said earlier on, Ocean Blue, Honest Rage, we've got E Squared. You know, the way she tried to discredit that, all of them tried to discredit E Squared. I mean, stage 4 cancer, lost a husband to cancer. They're disgusting. These people are gross. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen anymore. I know, I actually think that when Donald Wells comes out, that's when the shit's going to hit the fan. And I completely have my own theories on what's happened with Summer. And I have done from the beginning. And I've closely watched this case. I really have. And I've silently kept my opinion to myself. But we've got this far now. And I think I know what's happened to her. I'm 100%. Well, I can't say, we can never be 100%, but 99% sure. You know, you've got to, it's like a film coming out in front of you. You know, it's like I dream about this. It's so, you know, it bothers me that much. I dream about it. And there's two faces that I cannot get out of my head, and that's Dave Dodson and it's Tim Mullen. You know, Tim Mullen in the prayer circle, and he puts his fingers to his lips. Shh. So Robin doesn't say, you know, that was the first time I saw that man, and I had chills right the way down my spine. hairs standing up on my arms, and I just felt sick. I also felt the same when I saw Dave Dodson. I felt sick. Now, my mum's side of the family, they was Irish travellers. So we have there's a big thing in my family where we believe that we have that, these kind of instincts for a reason. And I 100% believe that Don Wells is involved, but I don't believe Candace is. I really don't believe Candace knows or knew. She's not clever enough to hide. Now, Donald Wells is a psychopath, a sociopath, and a narcissist. There's no problem for him to lie. That that man could just lie about anything, and be really convincing because that's the kind of character he is. Candace could never ever do that. She's not clever enough to do that, you know. But I really believe, I mean, if you think about it, why would Tim Mullen be paying people like Benny Keys to distract the public if he wasn't involved? You know, Donald Wells, Tim Mullen, and Dave Dodson. Dave Dodson for a couple of reasons, I believe. The first reason is he had access, obviously, to the family. The second reason is a weirdo. The third reason, I believe that he's quite capable of getting rid of a body because he worked in a funeral home that had an incinerator. He's also an embalmer, a trained professional embalmer. So if he can take an organ out of a dead person, he can take it out of an alive person. Now, when Tim Mullen first came onto the scene, I remember a Facebook post that was on his page, and it stated that a friend of his son finally got the organ. Now, this was a week or two after Summer went missing. And we all know Donald Wells is capable of selling his children. He's done it before. He left one of his children in a drug house, sold his child there, left them. So he's quite capable of selling a child. He's like I say, he's a narcissist, he's a sociopath, and he's a psychopath. These people don't have empathy, they don't have a conscience. Benny Keys is the same. That's why they can do the things they do, because they don't care. They really do not care. Candace is not smart enough to lie. I promise you that. Maybe, yeah, she can tell a few, do you remember the call with Ziggy? And Tim Mullen was on the phone. I actually thought that was hilarious. And he tried to say his name was Jimmy. I don't know if you'll remember that. But this is the kind of person you're dealing with. He's so sneaky. So sneaky. But I have that theory, and it hasn't left me for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I will tell you something else as well. And I don't know if you all know of Reverend Donna Serafina at all. But I was watching her when she was, she's done a couple of readings on Summer now, and she described a man in a cloak, and then another man with a big hat, a weird hat on. And she said it was like a pantomime. Excuse me 1 second. Yeah. She was saying it was like a pantomime. And a video came out, I think Carl brought it out on Enchanted Life Path, if I'm right. And it was Dave Dodson. It was Dave Dodson, and it was some other guy. Dave Dodson had a big cloak on, and the other guy had like this big. He looked like a ringmaster from a circus. And she, before this actually, I think it was before this came out. She actually explained about you know, about that. And then Carl brought out this video and I saw it again, and again, the chills came back in my arms because I really, you know what, Impact? There's certain things that she said that made sense to me. You know, I'm not saying she's right on everything. I'm really not. But when I heard her say that, and then I actually saw, again, evidently on Enchanted Live Path, if you look at his video and you actually see Dave Dodson in a cloak and he's like chanting, and then there's another guy there that's dressed in, you know what, maybe she saw that video and that's where it comes from. I don't know. But all I know is when I saw that, again, the chills stood up on me, and then that creepy picture you see with him. Yeah, I love Carl too. That creepy picture that you see of Dave Dodson when he's with the boys. I mean, that's not good shit, and he's got his arms around the kids. There's just something really kooky about that man. And maybe he was brought in. I hate to say it. I really hate to say it because I would love to be able to say, yeah, I think she's alive. But we have to face facts now. It's been over a year. There's still a small chance that, yeah, she might have been taken. But when you look at the people surrounding the case, and you have to be realistic with what you're dealing with, and it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for the poor baby, and it's really upsetting. It really is. But what we need to do anyway, we need to keep someone's name out there. That's something we need to do. But today, I didn't come here really to talk about that today. I came here today because of the shit that's been going on, and the lies and the scams that have been told, and just explain myself. Yeah, do you know what? That's I believe that as well. That was my theory at the beginning. I hoped that it was something to do with Robin Lane. That's what I hoped, because I really thought that if it was something to do with Robin Lane, then, you know, there was a good chance that she could be saved somewhere, you know? Yeah, yeah. We know Donna, yeah, she did. That's very true. And there's a lot of other things as well that she's been right of. You know, I, you could, some things you cannot ignore. You know, some things you cannot ignore. And all I know is when I heard her say that about this man in the cloak and the hat, and I knew I'd saw that video, I actually just felt sick. I felt sick. And then my theory of Summer being taken and being saved somewhere just went. It just went. And I was so scared at that point, and I thought to myself, she can't, there's no way. There's just no way. There would be some kind of evidence. There would be something, but there's nothing. And the only way that can happen is if they get rid of every single trace of evidence. And that could be done in an incinerator. Dave Dodson had a funeral home, you know, and I cannot shift that. That just does not leave me at all. It doesn't. But, I've just had to put that out there because we know Donald's coming out of prison soon. And this is what it's going to be about now. This is what it's going to be about now. He's going to be out, and then they'll be crawling all over him like cockroaches. We know that's going to happen. And I'm talking about the creators. But I kind of hope that I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong about the situation. I really do. And I really, really hope that she is alive, because that, it's a theory. Of course, it's a theory. And I did have that theory for a while, quite a while, because I thought to myself, she's such a beautiful little girl. Who wouldn't want to help her? I know that's, yeah, dragonfly. There we go. This is what I can't shake. This is what I cannot shake. Honest to God, I cannot shake it off. I don't believe Candace did it, and I don't believe that she had anything to do with it. I think Donald could have possibly been at the house when Candace came back and took Summer himself. That's why, this red truck thing has never been, and there's been no witnesses or nothing. Maybe he took her. Candace didn't even know. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think she's not clever enough. She's not clever enough to do this. Just give me a second, sorry. I'm just gonna mute for 1 second. No, actually I won't. Right, listen. Getting a phone call coming through now from my oldest daughter. So I'm gonna have to call her back. Do you know what? That would yeah, that would be the best case scenario, Mrs. T. But unfortunately, we have to kind of lean on the side of reality now. And, there would have been some sort of sighting or something. There would have had to have been. And I know kids do go missing and, they're found years and years later. But I really think in this case, there's more sadistic, things behind it. It's far more sadistic than we know. The SDA church as well. There's a lot of questions that church needs to answer to. David, the pastor or whatever he was there as well. I don't trust that man very much. But we'll keep that for another day. But I just wanted to get up here basically and just tell you guys that I'm listening, and if you want to email me or you need any help because you've been scammed by these people, or you need any advice, just email me. My email will be in the chat. And I am working with other creators as well, and we're all trying to help. We are all trying to help, but the more people that listen, the more creators that spread the word. The more people have got to start to listen. The walls are cracking and the houses are crumbling. We just got to blow it down. So that's me for this afternoon, but I will be back later. I may be on a couple of panels later, but I'll let you guys know anyway. But it's been lovely chatting, and I just wanted to get those few things off my chest. So I'll speak to you all soon. God bless.